Story. Various government departments, including SASSA, are banding together to assist people who have been affected by last weekend's Ga-Rankuwa bus crash. Transport Minister Nqobile Madlala has also promised that all those who qualify for road accident fund benefits will receive them. He's been visiting families of those affected by last week Friday's Ga-Rankuwa bus accident. At least 15 people lost their lives while 40 others were severely injured. My colleague, reporter Nqobile Madlala, is on the ground there, and she's been watching the developments there and tracking the visit by the minister. Nqobile, what can you tell us this hour? What's the latest coming out of this visit?
Well, Britain, it was a very emotional time. I mean, we saw a lot of families just going through the pain as they are hearing all those condolences that were coming from the stakeholders and, of course, from the minister. So very emotional indeed. But at this point, you can see that they're also hoping for a productive day. And that's why we heard from a lot of other stakeholders that were talking about how they are going to assist. And, of course, to delve into that, I've got the minister here. And I'm just going to ask you, Minister, how are they going to get help, the families in this dark time?
Well, let me not use well because it means something else. In the social media networks, they normally say when you start with well, that's when fabrication follows. So what is going to happen is the Department of Transport, our agency, Road Accident Fund, have already been working with the families, across all families, engaging with them in terms of informing them about the intervention we're going to make in terms of burial of their loved ones, how we are going to assist them. And we are also working with the families who are in hospital, who are involved in accident all around, to say how is the Road Accident Fund going to intervene. That is one part. The other part is the accident report, which will be submitted to the minister by Friday this week, and that report then will make a determination about what must happen going forward in terms of what happened and what still need to be done to further investigate the accident itself. In the case of the two drivers who have died, the one is a truck driver, the other one is a bus driver, it will suggest that we may consider an inquest to determine the finding of exactly what happened. In a situation in which they would have been alive, we will then be opening a case of culpable homicide and all of that. But that determination will be made once the report is out on Friday, which I will make it public for the families and the country as a whole. We will work with the families. As we will have started by now, we have started up until the funerals that will be taking place over the weekend.
And quite a concerning issue, I mean, really, the accidents on the road. Minister, tell us, in terms of how the families is doing, is social development helping them in terms of psychosocial assistance? Social
development is on board. As they have spoken here today, the Minister Lindizulu, we are working together, and also the MECs in the province to assist the families. So we are working with them in terms of what social development in the circumstances of this nature they will do to cover the families. Some of the families, I mean, are households of which some of the people who passed on are breadwinners, and we've got children in some of the families. So social development is coming in to assist. So we are all hands on deck in situations like this to respond. We do have agencies that respond to an accident of this magnitude, like Road Accident Fund, RTMC in terms of law enforcement, and social development in terms of covering the social upheaval that the families are going through as a result of the accident, to cushion them, and to also work on, I mean, to do the work around those household families which are now children taking up the responsibility of becoming, breadwinners in those families. Social development will also intervene.
Minister, I mean, we are seeing a lot of fatal truck accidents, and we know that in KZN and nationally, I mean, we've seen most of these accidents. What's being done by the authorities? And we want to know what will happen, I mean, seeing this, what is it that you're going to do going forward to ensure that it doesn't happen again?
What we are doing every day is seek to undermine the scourge of accidents on our roads to ensure that the vehicle's roadworthiness is unquestionable, and where vehicles like passenger vehicles like buses and so on, they are found to be on the wrong, we take steps that include banishment of those companies from carrying the responsibility of ferrying our people on a daily basis. So those are the things that we look at, but everything we do every day, strengthening the law, to ensure that we undermine reckless, negligent driving, but at the same time spread the word that if you take up the responsibility to transport people, know how many people, if you are involved in an accident and that they die, will affect thousands and if not millions of people get to be affected. We've got households who some of the people who have perished are breadwinners. We've got children involved. And then, not obeying the rules of the road also is a problem. Rules are there. Don't overtake in barrier lines. Drive, when you are fit and proper in terms of energy, you can see. And then heavy trucks and vehicles use the national road. And then don't go, behind the back, back door routes and all of that to save money. That you are given by the company to pay for toll gates. So I think these are some of the things that are basic and that need to be observed to undermine bigger accidents on our road. It's not only this accident, we had another one in KwaZulu-Natal. When you get there, you find negligence. Somebody was tired. And then he decided to drive at night, and then for long distances. Somebody is driving a truck, he's got money given by the company, decide to save the money, of course, for whatever purposes that saving might be for, but avoid the main roads, in terms of the national road, and then going into the small roads and all of that, and then get into an accident. So those things must be avoided. Of course, over and above that, law enforcement is important. Road law enforcement, traffic cops, 24/7 on the road of the traffic cops is very important for us in terms of our campaign of fighting the scourge of accidents on our roads in the country.
Minister, just to say what you're talking about, the 24/7, you're saying just ensuring that the roads are safe. Are we going to be seeing maybe more police officers on the road with more accidents that we've seen in the past few months?
We do have the policy in relation to 24/7 that we are working on implementation at the present moment. And we know that police visibility on the road and the 24/7 does undermine negligence and the recklessness on the roads. People drive at night, because they are avoiding to be caught, because they've got challenges in terms of roadworthiness of the vehicle and all of that. But if you know that police are there 24/7, one way or the other, you know that you've got to obey the rules. So law enforcement does play a critical role, particularly 24/7 on the road, with my counterparts, because transport department is a concurrent function. What we decide must be in concurrence with other spheres of government, local and provincial. So we have all agreed to this 24/7. And then at the present moment, traffic officers on the road beyond 5 o'clock, they demand overtime. So 24/7, it means they are catered for in terms of our budget expenditure.
All right. Thank you very much, Minister. Well, there you have it, Bredan. Minister, very clear that assistance also to ensure that there's 24 hours, 24/7 presence of police officers might also assist in all these cases. But of course, just sending the condolences to the families.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. The Nqobile Madlala on the ground there, talking to Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula.